Assalamu alaikum. Hey guys, this is Abdul Shaheed from Islamic Life Mastery. I've got something to tell you today. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, أَحَسِبَ النَّاسُ أَن يُتْرَكُوا أَن يَقُولُوا آمَنَّا وَهُمْ لَا يُفْتَنُونَ. Do the people think, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, do you think that you will say I believe and that you're not going to be tested? Did you think that you're going to have a life which is just smooth sailing, that no problems are going to come your way, it's going to happen to everyone else? But did you think that? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَقَدْ فَتَنَّ الَّذِينَ مِن قَبْلِهِمْ. And indeed we have tested those who came before you. We tested those who came before you. So if they were tested, then you will be tested. And the thing about the test is that you don't have to take it to heart. It doesn't have to be that the test, it shakes your foundation. Everyone in the world is facing tests. Whether they believe or they don't believe, whether they're black or they're white, whether they're from Europe or they're from Asia or from Africa, doesn't matter where they are in the world, doesn't matter how tall or short, everyone is being tested. Now the test, just like when you do an exam, the test isn't meant to traumatize you. The test is not meant to shake your foundations and totally knock you off track. The test is there so that you will prepare for it before the test comes. So that's the key. If you want to have good results, if you want to get through the test and have amazing results in your life, then you have to prepare before the test comes. Just like you do in school, what happens? They tell you in 2 months' time, you've got exams. So what do? For the next 2 months, you start preparing, So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us that you're going to be tested. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us that in this life, you're going to have lots of different tests. The tests are there to make you grow, not to shake your foundation and knock you off your feet. The tests are there so that we know that they're coming. And that's why Allah tells us beforehand that they are coming, and then we start to prepare. So if you start to prepare for those tests, what's going to happen is that you're not only going to pass the test, but you're going to grow. You're going to get success. You're going to get that grade A, the A+. You're going to move into the future, and you will gain success in this life. So Allah doesn't inform us about the tests of life to depress you. Allah doesn't tell you, for many of us, what happens, something happens to us, something that we're not pleased with in our lives, and then we start to feel distraught, and you start to feel I'm having patience, this is a test, this is a test from Allah, I'm just going to have patience, this is a test from Allah, I'm going to have patience. No. This is a test from Allah, but your patience is in doing deeds to get you through it and to make sure taking action. When I say doing deeds, I mean taking action. The test is there to make you grow. The test is not there so that Allah can punish you in this life so that before you get to the next life. That is not what a test is about. Just like it isn't what a test is about in school. It's not for punishment, it's for growth. Are you ready to grow? Okay, so what are we going to do about it? Number one, plan before the test comes to you. You know that you're going to face tests in your life. You know that there are going to be various different tests. You plan for it. You start to, if it's a physical test, then you start to physically train. If it's a mental test, you start to mentally train. If it's an Iman test, you start to train your Iman. And there are lots of different ways to do this. We're not going to get into this in this episode. Plan. And number two, take action. Take action and strengthen yourself. Build up that momentum. So you've been doing it for 2 months in a row, and you're so strong, you're so powerful. By the time the test comes to you, the test feels insignificant and you won't even feel it. But as for the one who's not planning, who's not taking action, doesn't build up that momentum, when that test comes, it will wipe them out. So you don't want to be from the second lot. The muttaqeen, the righteous, the best of the best, the people that we aspire to be. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, as we know, inna lil muttaqina mafaza. And I keep repeating this verse to you, but indeed for the muttaqoon, for the righteous, for the elite of the Muslims, there is success. So in order to get through life's tests and attain that success, you have to plan, you have to take actions. So inshallah I'll leave you there with that. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.